Ding dong, the fucking witch looks to eventually be dead. Yep, Nancy Pelosi expected to retire after the 2022 midterms. She'll run. Okay, she's popular. She has name recognition. She'll be able to trounce by multiple points any sort of opposition she faces in her riding, and then she'll be able to handpick her successor, therefore ensuring that at least one of those seats is going to remain Democratic. That's exactly what she's doing here, okay? And that's why she'd be waiting until after the 2022 midterms to probably act as the sacrificial lamb once the Democrats get absolutely fucking shit kicked in 2022. So, according to the Washington Post, okay, so whatever you want on this one, but they got Democratic insiders, so at least they'll probably have a good grasp on the situation. So, they reported on Monday that Nancy Pelosi is expected to retire after the 2022 midterms. While rumors have been swirling for months, like many of her staffers, after Pelosi's next moves, amid projections, the Republican Party will retake the House and the Senate and just about everything in 2022. WAPO named several successors to replace Pelosi. Oh, God. Hakeem Jeffries of New York is an early favorite to become the next Democratic leader. I don't know anything about him, but he's a Democrat from New York, so another safe seat. But the maneuvering for power has just begun, the publication reported, also mentioning potential candidates like Representative Ro Khanna, who Pelosi's butt heads with, at least in the past year, quite a bit. Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, that would make sense, and Majority Whip James Clyburn. Cool, don't care, they're all going to be irrelevant anyways. I just wish that, it was somebody as fucking radical as Paramina Jayapal, whatever, the head of the Progressive Caucus. Just accelerate the failure of that fucking party so that there can be a decent opposition. That would be wonderful. I think we want leadership that bridges some of the different ideological wings of the party and committed to listening to all the perspectives. Don't care. That will be capable of helping move the Senate or things that have stalled in the House. Yeah. But whatever it is, this is according to Ro Khanna. But whoever it is, I hope that they would adopt progressive positions. Yeah. They aren't popular with the general public, okay? Just because you get a lot of likes and retweets on your fucking posts doesn't mean that when they play out in real life, they're terribly popular. But yeah, adopt progressive positions and also listen to a broad caucus and build consensus. Not fucking likely. Stop spurging out and then people might actually take you seriously. How about you look at reforming your own policies? Just saying. Though more senior members of the Democratic Party may be favored to win the speakership, Representative Pramila Jayapal, who represents a congressional progressive caucus as chair, may also run for the position to cement the far left atop the Democratic House leadership. Please win. It will be glorious. Okay, I want to see failure in this fucking party. I think there was a holding of power model that worked very well for a long time, and I think that it is more about the recognition of different centers of focus within the Democratic caucus. Yeah, whatever. Rumor of Pelosi's retirement comes as two staffers abandoned Pelosi's office in December, and many more, in fact. Pelosi's staff fleeing as exit rumors persist. Yep, not just in December, okay? They are jumping ship right now, mostly to just, you know what, hey, if she's going to be retiring right after the 2022 midterms, what's the fucking point of sticking around, okay? Start handing out your resumes and, you know what, just start fucking monkey branching out of that fucking failure. Move out of the crypt as quickly as possible. The executive director of Nancy Pelosi for Congress, Jorge Aguilar, is the latest person to leave Pelosi's side after being with her for roughly a decade. God, hopefully you can get the smell of mothballs out of your suit. Aguilar will move to the Group, a strategy and communications firm, so a Democratic think tank, to advise clients on navigating the intricacies of the Democratic caucus and stakeholder organizations. Yeah, and fucking a money pit. Punchbowl News reported, whatever that is. Aguilar's exit could be a clue to Pelosi's decision. Often staff and longtime aides leaving an elected office are a sign that the member will be retiring. Aguilar has not only been with Pelosi for nearly a decade, he was the executive director of her re-election campaign. Additionally, while Pelosi and her staff have not confirmed any of the reports of her potential retirement from Congress, the turnover rate of her office skyrocketed last year. Political Playbook reported Pelosi has seen a big exodus from her office in the past year as expectations grow that she will leave Congress after the term. Aguilar also pushed the speaker to the into the 90th percentile for the highest House staff turnover, according to Legistorm data. The data showed that while Pelosi's office has been relatively stable over the years, not anymore, the number of staffers leaving Pelosi's office rose dramatically last year. Yeah, the only reason why it was stable is because nobody was challenging her. She was in like a plus 30 blue fucking riding, okay? Nobody was fucking defeating her, so everybody knew that they had very, very secure jobs there. And so will whoever takes over that position. Let's be completely fair, too. It's not like it's going to change overnight. She's in San Francisco, okay? For fuck's sakes. Legistorm has kept a turnover index to track the churn rate, including salaries of members' offices. Turnover of 0.0 indicates no turnovers during the time period, while a 0.5 turnover index indicates half the office weighed by salary has turned over per year, the website stated. While ranked 42 of 439 House offices, Pelosi's office, has a 0.69, nice, on the turnover index, which is almost double the average 3.8 turnover of all of the offices last year, according to Playbook. Playbook reported that the Speaker's office downplayed the turnover stats, stating different factors always come into play when it comes to turnover. Not to mention the fact that she's 80 fucking years old. That might have something to do with it. So, again, what's going to be a very popular talking point for this year? Well, it's going to be the Democrats knowing that this is the last fucking year that they're going to have unfettered access to all of the different branches of government. Unfortunately, Joe Manchin's rightfully so throwing a big wrench into that process, so they just could be muddle fucking through the next year. But they're going to continue to bang the drum of January 6th in perpetuity for literally ever, okay? But remember, who was making the phone calls, okay? Who was trying to wrangle away a nuclear power, okay? Actually committing fucking insurrection, actually committing seditious acts in, on, or around January 6th. Nancy Pelosi, who has not been subpoenaed by that retarded fucking panel. Nancy Pelosi. Jim Banks has a good point here, okay? Representative Jim Banks and Jim Jordan appeared on Monday's broadcast, the Fox News channels, the Ingram Angle, don't hold that against them, to discuss Democrat efforts to play up the first anniversary of the January 6th Capitol Hill riots. I'm sure it'll be fucking annoying. Banks told Ingram he believes House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was covering up the truth about what happened that day and is not accepting any responsibility. She was the one who didn't want the National Guard in there. She was the one who didn't want to call for backup. She has a lot of fucking dirt out there. We're never going to know. We're never going to know. Not in a timely fashion, at least. And you know what? If we just all moved on from this shit, that would be great. But remember, this is the most tragic thing to happen since 9/11 or whatever the fucking shit is. Now, just like Jim Jordan said, Democrats fear nothing more than the truth. Banks said, oh my God, saying the inflammatory remarks on Fox News. The nerve of this guy. And that's why Nancy Pelosi kicked Jim Jordan and I off the January 6th committee, because we were already asking questions and Nancy Pelosi doesn't want to answer. No shit. We didn't know why she's trying to cover up the many facts about what happened on January 6th, but we know what she's trying to cover up. She's trying to cover up the truth. Dun, dun, dun. I know President Trump has important things to say about what happened that day. He continued, Jim Jordan and I and other Republicans are still at work, conducting interviews with Capitol Police officers and others trying to get the truth. And we're going to expose the truth along the way to show that Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats were involved in the negligence that led to the disaster that happened a year ago on January 6th. Yep. Because, yeah, if they're going to try to harangue literally fucking everybody involved in January 6th, why not Nancy Pelosi? And why all of a sudden is it looking like she's going to be retiring? Yeah, because she's trying to get that Cuomo deal budget step in a way that hopefully all of the charges and hopefully any responsibility just falls by the fucking wayside. It's not a bad strategy. Let's see if it pays off for her. Finally, we'll end with this. If we're serious about making sure that another January 6th never happens again, just imagine the fucking spurg out that would happen if anything goofy happens in 2024. Just fucking imagine. And yeah, 2020, the rest of 2023, 2024, Oh my god, Democrats are gonna be fucking insufferable, dude. They're gonna be so annoying. So yeah, just like remember Brett Kavanaugh? Remember his confirmation hearings when all of those peaceful protesters were storming different Capitol buildings, you know, and staging sit-ins uninvitedly. So actually being let in by that fucking smirking Jezebel that's over there in some instances. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more of that. I can guarantee that. So if we're serious about making sure another January 6th never happens again, then we need to answer these important questions about the systematic breakdown of security at the top ranks of the Capitol. The United States Capitol Police, which report to Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, so wouldn't you think that she is somebody whose input and somebody whose statements and phone records should probably be looked at? Nah, hang it all on the Orange Man, because he told those people to go into the Capitol that day and literally kill everybody. Sure, no, except for he didn't do any of that, but you guys continue to fucking stump on that. You go for it and see how well that works out for you. P.S. It's not. But with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.